Hey, welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are playing through the closing chapter. So we finally managed to find Setsuna. Not necessarily the best of circumstances. She's at our apartment now, and she tried to come on to us, but Haruki could tell she was unsure. So now she's just kind of listening to us play guitar. Play songs that remind her of the past, which is some pretty intense exposure therapy. We'll see how it goes.
出るにしても出ないにしてもせめて弾けるようにはなっておかないと。
歌わないって言ってるじゃない。だから出ないんだよ私たち。
そっか。
Setsuna will never judge the way I do things. And I will never judge Setsuna's assertions either. I just let what she said blow by as if nothing had happened. This aimless exchange feels like it's been going on forever. We're all alone tonight, but neither of us has even laid a finger on the other as time passed on by. After another hour, Setsuna opened her mouth once again.
もしかして私が本当は歌いたがってるとかそんなバカみたいなこと思ってる？
わかんない。今の刹那がどれだけ歌を嫌いになってるのか俺にはまだよくわかってない。
大嫌いなんだよ。ホワイトアルバムもサウンドオブディスティニーも。
俺が弾いた時はちゃんと聴いてくれてただろ。
春樹くんのギターは好き。
ありがとう。
Her words are very close to sophistry, but I know there's truth to them.
この曲だけはダメ。聴くだけで胸が苦しくなる。涙がこぼれそうになる。
そうか。
Setsuna only likes the things she likes, and only hates the things she hates. In Setsuna's world, no other rule exists, but that much is obvious.
だから歌えるわけなんかない。これだけは絶対に。
Because this is the song of our memories. Because this is the song that brought the beginning of the end. Because this is a song made by Kazusa.
柳原さんのタチの悪いいたずらなんだよ。私たちに参加する義理なんか一つもないんだよ。
そう
なのにどうしてあなたまで彼女と同じこと言うの？私に歌えって言うの？
さっきも言っただろ。歌ってる刹那が好きだから。
歌わない私に価値はないって言うの？ただの素人の延長ですらない単なる趣味だったのに。
好きなんだからしょうがないだろ。
理不尽なこと言わないでよ。そんな春樹くん嫌いになっちゃうよ。言ったよね。私が歌を思い出したらそうなってしまうかもって。本当になってもいいの？あなたを忘れちゃってもいいの？
そりゃ悲しいけどショックでかいけどもしかしたら立ち直れないかもしれないけど。
なら
それでも俺はやっぱり刹那に歌ってほしいなって。
どうしてそんなことがあなたにとって。
俺にとってじゃなくて刹那にとって大事だと思うから。
An interesting perspective.
だから私は
なあ刹那、今の自分本当に好きか？俺のせいで歌わなくなってそのせいで笑わなくなった自分のこと好きでいられてるか？歌わない刹那は本当に 本物の刹那なのかな。幸せな刹那なのかな。
What the?
私は刹那だよ。
What is this?
正真正銘本物の小木曽刹那だよ。
I just said the exact same thing as Yanagihara Tomo.
もうやめようよ。こんな真夜中にギターなんて隣の部屋の人に迷惑だよ。
隣の人夜勤なんだ。今はいないよ。
Before I started practicing, I paid my neighbor a visit. He told me he works at night and has Wednesdays off, so I promised that I'd try not to practice during daytime. What Setsuna pointed out was a fair argument, but it had a flaw she had overlooked. After all, this is around the time I'd always call Setsuna. I played my guitar every day around now.
時間切れだよ。もう今から頑張ったって間に合わないよ。
24時間あれば十分だよ。経験上。
During that school festival, I only got my sheet music the day before the actual concert. Compared to then, now I'm only trying to play a song that I've already played before.
私明日関係者に謝るから。だから無理しなくていいんだよ。春樹くんが責任感じることなんて。
柳原さんが悪いんだろ。なら俺だけじゃなく刹那だって責任感じる必要ない。
それはそうなんだけど。
俺の勝手にさせておけばいいんだよ。
そんなの春樹くん申し訳ないよ。だって無駄な努力になっちゃう。
努力することそのものが俺の財産になる。だから無駄なことなんかしてない。
She's probably realized emotional appeals won't sway me, so Setsuna started trying to reason with me logically, but this is something Setsuna will never beat me at. There's no way I'd ever lose a pointless quibbling contest like this.
迷惑かけちゃうのかな。コンサートのスタッフの人たちに。
だから刹那のせいじゃないって。
パーソナリティの人、私が出るって聞いて本当に嬉しそうだった。あんな下手な歌何度もラジオにかけたりして。
ほとんど毎日流してたもんな。
私が出ないって言ったらがっかりする人他にもいるのかな。
そりゃ結構いると思う。刹那が思ってるより知名度高いんだからあの曲。
The fact that this minor song is only broadcasted locally on the university campus has actually made its listeners develop a sort of familiarity with it. Before the high school festival, that source was from our last practice. Most likely, even when you include our actual concert, it's our best performance. The seminar rooms, the cafeteria, the store. Whenever I heard this song playing in some other corner of the campus, I'd feel embarrassed, nostalgic, and at the same time painful.
どうしよう。困ったな。
刹那が困ることなんかないだろ。悪いのは柳原。
そんなこと分かってるよ。分かってるんだけど。
そう。
大したことじゃないよね。みんなすぐ忘れちゃうよね。
かもな。
コンサートだって他にもたくさん出るんだから、一組くらい穴を開けちゃったってそんなに影響ないよね。
どうだろうな。
だって私たち出たところでたった1曲だよ。10分も変わらないんだもん。誰かがカバーできるよ。
小さなことかもな。
だからどうしよう。何がおかしいの？
Setsuna didn't fail to notice my shoulders twitching a little.
いや、小市民だなって。
ひどいな。何よそれ。
She's being ridiculous. The things she's saying are ridiculous. I'm sure she's realized it herself.
だってさ、俺だけならともかく全然面識のない人たちにまで責任感じてさ。
That's why I shifted my attitude to a more lighter tone when I felt Setsuna change, just as I bet she'd hoped for.
感じるに決まってるじゃない。もし私たち目当てで来た人がいたら。
Setsuna is gradually becoming weaker.
だから絶対にいるって。
The brashly unresponsive attitude she showed a couple of hours ago has hidden away, and I can finally see her usually kind-hearted, true personality showing.
もうそういう不安になること言わないでよ。
She's probably calmed down a little.
そうやって見たこともない人たちのこと気にしてたらいつまで経っても嫌なことから逃げられないぞ。
ほんとどうしてこうなっちゃうんだろうね。
It's probably the don't cause trouble for others lesson that her strict yet kind parents taught her in her childhood. That's the reason why she always thinks of others' faults as her own. That's why she always feels others' pain as her own.
でも俺そんな風に悩む刹那のこと好きだよ。お人よしで小市民な刹那のことが好きだよ。
もう嬉しくないよ、そんな好かれ方。
そっか。本当に好きなんだけどな。
Thus, the feelings Setsuna holds in her own heart won't allow her to feel bliss. After all, as a result of her kindness, Setsuna walked the path of self-destruction because of me. She was betrayed by me, and yet she gave me a push from behind. That's why I want to cherish Setsuna's kind heart, why I want to cherish her small yet firm sense of responsibility.
少し開けてきたね。
The sound of the newspaper carrier's motorbike overlapped with the sound of my guitar. The curtains are slowly turning white. Most likely it's the coldest time of the day.
少し眠ったら。
いい。
そう。
In the end, Setsuna kept on watching me until dawn. Holy cow.
あと2日だね。
With neither her expression nor her attitude betraying any fatigue, she's concentrated on me and only me.
ねえ、春樹くん。私はどうすべきだと思う？
And has she just been in a towel all night long? And then the same thing that's been troubling all this time popped up again. She said she can't sing, or doesn't want to sing, and even that she hates singing. Yet she's worrying about others, trying to consider how I feel, and still hasn't come to a conclusion.
それは刹那が決めるべきだと思う。
何よそれ。さっきまで散々私の背中を押してたくせに。
俺は出たい。だってそうすれば刹那の歌が聴けるんだから。でも刹那が出ないと言ったら出られない。俺たち二人とも決断する必要があるってことだよ。
But I still...
もう少し悩めばいいよ。
I can't say I dislike this kind of Setsuna. So indecisive and easily swayed.
今から本気で考えて逃げじゃなくきちっと考え抜いて出した結論なら俺はもう何も言わないから。
I know that it's painful, and I know she must want to run away, but running away anymore would be unforgivable. I find the fact that a problem of such small scale can make her hesitate and stress her out so much somewhat endearing.
もし参加しないのなら一緒に謝りに行く。
そんなこと春樹くんは悪くないのに。
刹那だって悪くない。だから一緒に責任を取ろう。ギリギリまで待ってるから。俺刹那の悩んだ末での結論をさ。
春樹くん。
待ってるからな。
That's right. That's why I wait. Until the day when Setsuna can smile with absolutely no sorrow weighing her down. Until the day when she can forgive me once again, accepting everything without forgetting anything from the past. Until the day I can meet that defenseless Setsuna who will freely hum along with my guitar without even realizing it once again.
孤独なふりをしてるのなぜだろう
Oh, we heard her sing finally. Oh, time skip. The Hojo Valentine's Concert. A musical event whose performances are reserved exclusively for the students of Hojo University in accord with a plan known as Hojo Broadcast, hosted by a group comprising of the mini FM station's broadcasting and research circles. Along with the Summer Live that will take place on the first day of summer vacation, it's considered to be one of the biggest two events planned by said circle. In contrast to the Summer Live, which apparently puts more focus on the rock genre, this event in particular is more fitting for the season. A lot of solo and acoustic band performances are to be expected, and the songs are also mainly serene and ballad-like. That makes sense because Valentine's Day. Emphasizing the fact the mini FM station is the main host of the event, the main performance will not only be played in the concert hall, but will also be broadcasted live for students within the university. That's why there's still a decent number of students remaining on campus, even during this time of year in the university.
で、北ホールってどっちよ
Oh, it's been a while since we've seen these girls.
こっちだろ？北なんだから。
結構歩くよね同じ敷地内なのににしてもさバレンタインコンサートなのになんで男がおぎそ一人なのよ
知るかよ勝手についてきやがって俺が誘ったの一人だけだっての
Who was it?
ごめんねおぎそくん無理やり割り込んじゃって
ね聞こえてた
みんなちょっと待ってみほここっちこっち
Oh, he invited Koharu, didn't he? That's so cute. I love it.
大丈夫やだ何か顔色悪くない気分悪いならどこかで休もうか開演までまだ時間あるし大丈夫そういうんじゃないから
Oh, she's nervous about seeing Haruki.
いやけど明らかに足取りが重いような
ほら美穂子ちゃんと確かめるって言ったのはあなただよ私ずっとついてるからさだから一緒に見届けようよ
何を
小木曽弟には関係ないの女の子たちの事情を軽々しく詮索しない
全員分のチケット用意したの俺なんだけど
姉の七光のくせにそもそも来週入試本番でしょうがあんたでも楽しみだよね小木曽くんのお姉さんとうとう見れるんだ未だに付属の伝説だもんね小木曽のお姉さんと東間和沙のユニット私も生で見たかったな
何度も言うけどさ姉ちゃんの方は大したことないぞ
さあ美穂子みんなごめんね待たせちゃって よし、それじゃあ行こうか。
あれ？
大木曽、何してるの？行くよ。
悪い。
やっぱり周りはカップルばかりかな。だったらちょっと痛いな。バレンタインだもんね。私は別に構わないけど。
弟には関係ない？
Hmm.
参ったな。
I expected Takahiro-kun would come, more or less, but I never imagined he'd bring those two along. It's likely that she's the only one who... No, they're the only two spectators that would have come to this event with me in mind. I really don't want to imagine what they're expecting to see during my performance, though. But, well, how do I say this? Now that I know they're going to be watching me, I know all the more that I can't afford to screw this up.
ああ、本当に俺たちだけで行くのか？男二人でバレンタインコンサートって。
仕方ないだろ。サトコのやつ絶対に嫌だって言うんだから。
そりゃそうだろ。他の女の子目当てだなんて言ったら。
女の子ったって出演者じゃん。コンサートなんだから歌聴きに行って何が悪い？
別の思惑が透けて見えなきゃな。お前付属出身だったよな。
いやマジで可愛いんだって大木曽先輩。お前が本物見たことないって言うからわざわざ誘ってやったんだぞ。
彼女の代わりだけどな。ま、興味ないって言ったら嘘になるけど。
早く行こうぜ。なるべく近くで見たいし。
最前列はやめような。カップルの客に哀れんだ目で見られそうだ。
Oh, that's funny. There are plenty of people who have been drawn here by a illusory figure 3 years ago, too, and juniors from high school, no less. Come to think of it, even 3 years ago, our seniors from university came in droves, too. Even though it was just a shabby little event hosted by the high school. The slightly strange thing is, not everyone seems to be heading to the concert venue. The cafeteria, the cafe, and many other buildings are filled with students because spring break started. I'm guessing it's all the people who couldn't get a ticket for the real thing, so they've taken up positions in places where they can listen to the live broadcast. I doubt any of them are planning to move until it starts. This seems to happen every year, but when I recall last year, this year it's even more crowded.
ねえ、もし私たち目当てで来た人がいたら。
There's nothing to worry about. In fact, even if there is, it might be better to just ignore it.
ねってば、春樹。
Setsuna is amazing, really. Even the 3 years she spent in obscurity hasn't clouded her brilliance one bit. As I was lost in thought, I suddenly felt a moist sensation.
久しぶりの仰せなのに、相変わらず釣れないな、春樹くんは。
泉
On my ear! Of all places.
何やってんのこんなとこで。ポ食べる？
I love when they bleep out the names.
それそっちやめんか。
That's my line, is what I was going to say, but she stuffed a Pocky stick into my mouth.
何変なわかんないへん。もう一本食べる？
And then, after taking the other half of my Pocky after I bit it and throwing it into her mouth, she takes another one from the box and stuffs it in my mouth again.
お前試験の時はまるで顔出さなかったくせに。
Her usual way of taking things at her own pace once again throws off all my surprise, anger, and concern I felt for her.
いや、今日だって本当は忙しいんだけどね。でも居場所取り上げられたし。
だからもう少し俺にも分かるように。
何より春樹の晴れ舞台だしね。
知ってたのか。
春樹のことなら何でも。
Aww.
ああ、そりゃどうも。
信じてないの？結構弾くくらい詳しいのに。
I wouldn't say mortified, but I am a bit taken aback by the fact that she knows about it, and I can't help but put a bitter smile on my face. Even though she almost never showed up in the classroom or the seminar room, she seems to pick up on this sort of intel so quickly.
にしても、さっきから挙動ってるよね。私結構前から春樹のこと見てたんだよ。
相変わらず嫌なとこ見てんなお前。
もしかしてビビってる？大勢の客の前で演奏すること。
ビビってるのは確かだけど、別に失敗を怖がってるわけじゃない。
It's only been a month since I started practicing again. I never hoped for success to begin with, so I don't have to worry about the worst case scenario either. In fact, it's probably what's going to happen anyway.
じゃあ何に？
俺のパートナーの相変わらずの人気にかな。3年経ったけど、未だに全然釣り合い取れてないって再認識したというか。
のろけ？
そう解釈できるニュアンスが見て取れるなら、俺も結構前向きってことかもな。
言うじゃん。
ここまでが茨の道だったからな。そりゃ少しは言いたくもなるさ。
All that money I poured into my phone bills. All those times I lent her an ear. All those times I hurt the skin of my fingers. All those times I tried to reassure her. All those times I told her I love her.
そっか。そうなんだ。私はね、本当はあんたの思いの深さを知ってるよ。
そうなんだよ。
I know it now too.
ねえ、チケットあったらちょうだいよ。入手できなかったんだよね、私。
あるけど、でもあと1枚しか。
で？
ほらよ。受け取ったからには絶対見に来いよ。
After all, there's not much time until it starts. I doubt I could find anyone else to give it to at this point. I'm not exactly sure why, but it feels like giving this ticket to her is the most appropriate thing to do.
よし、これで目的も達成したし、それじゃあ先に会場入りしてるね。
あ、それじゃあ後で。
また人のホームに乗り込んできたんだから、腹くくって最高のパフォーマンス見せてよね。
最高に調子が良くても大したことないけどな。ま、でも最善は尽くす。ありがとな。
頑張ってね、春樹。あんたの冬が終わったのかどうか、ちゃんと聞かせてもらうからね。
After taking the ticket from my hand, Izumi walks out triumphantly and disappears from my field of vision. In the end, once again, I could barely infer any sort of encouragement from all her banter and teasing. Everything she says is intertwined with really vague riddles. Like, did that Pocky have anything in particular to do with today? And just what has she been doing since the beginning of the academic year in April?
Oh, 竹谷じゃん。
養子とか2年ぶりくらい？
そんなになるかな。研究棟にこもりっぱなしだとなかなかそっち行く機会がなくって。
そっか、お前理工だったっけ？
あ、悪い、連れと来てんだ。じゃあな、水沢さんも。
あ、うん、またね。今の誰だっけ？
東洋浜。1年の時同じクラスだったろ？
ああ、なんとなく覚えがあるような、ないような。にしても竹谷、男の顔もちゃんと覚えてるんだ。
うるせえな。
結構入ってるかな。
まあもともと小さい箱だし、チケットもただ同然だし、毎年ほとんど埋まるから。
毎年来てんの？
安く上がる割にはムードいいからな。他の彼女に見つかるリスクは伴うけど。
ごめん、3メートル離れて歩くわ。そういう誤解受けるの最低だし。
大丈夫。 今の彼女の中にうちの学生はいない。混乱を避けるため全員アウトソーシングにしてる。
元の意味と彼女たちに謝れ。
He is never gonna change. Alright, we're here at the concert, and I'm excited and scared. Mostly excited though. So we'll stop there for today. Thanks so much for joining me on another episode of White Album 2. Looking forward to playing more with you next time. So until then, take care.